Thank you for coming and rocking with me one more time. My name is Damon with Complete Media. We provide photography, videography, DJ, lighting, photo booth, audiovisual equipment for all types of weddings. Today, I am doing a reaction video of a makeup artist that sues a bride-to-be for doing a dispute on her credit card. As a small business owner, one of the things that drives me crazy is when a client does a chargeback on a services after they've been rendered. And I understand that there are times when a chargeback is warranted if you didn't receive the goods, if you didn't receive the service, if the service was poor. If the average person would say that, yes, a chargeback is warranted, then those type of things I can understand. But some of the times I've seen it where the person that showed up didn't wear the right color blue. Sometimes clients tend to overreact, and I myself as a consumer, sometimes I overreact, and I am that person that I get frustrated with. You didn't refill my coffee 5 times, and so I am not going to pay for the food. Those types of reactions is what I'm talking about. I don't know what's happening with this particular Judge Judy video, but if it's on here, then chances are the makeup artist did not agree with the chargeback, and that's why she is bringing the bride to court. So now I just want to get into this video.
Signed this contract.
Yes.
And you sent her $905.
Actually $931.65.
And then something happened and the date of the wedding changed.
Yes, correct.
Tell me when it changed to.
It changed from June 2nd, 2017 to October 29th, 2016. We had experienced a miscarriage, so we decided to move up the wedding to start our family.
So date changes happen all the time when dealing with a wedding company. We understand things happen. She mentioned that she had a miscarriage, and I'm definitely sorry to hear that. They decided to move the wedding date up. Fantastic. Let's see if we can accommodate your new date. If we cannot accommodate your new date, then we should figure out a refund or some sort of payment if you're not paid in full, because you're moving the date on us and we have not done anything to adjust the contract. You are trying to adjust the contract. So that's something that I'm going to be interested to find out what Judge Judy has to say. Before I continue, this is a good time for me to say this right here, not legal advice.
Called her.
I emailed her.
When did you advise her that you were moving the date?
September 15th.
What? Hold on. September 15th. Stop. I don't know, Judge Judy. I know you do your thing. You do what you do. And I'm going to say what I got to say right now, though, because I got the pause button. So September 15th, you decided to move the date to October 16th. So you give her a month to change her date, as if she's just waiting around for somebody to have this date. She's probably already booked that day, is what I would assume, because it's a month away.
And what did she say?
I asked her if she would be available the date of October 29th, 2016.
Well, that's a short window.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So she wasn't available.
She actually said she would be available, but that I would have to start the process all over again, that my funds were non-transferable or non-refundable.
And that's a perfect example, and a lot of wedding companies have that because we locked in for that date, June 2nd.
Were non-transferable or non-refundable.
There's a lot of wedding companies that have this same type of stipulation, and I covered this in another video that I'll go ahead and link up in the top. The reason for this is because we're locking in your date. This is a service business, and I'm assuming this makeup artist is a one-person business, or maybe they have 1 or 2 other people that work with them, but they can still only do 1 wedding per day. And so she locked in for June 2nd. That's the date that she locked in. So she's turning away other clients, saying, no, we can't do June 2nd because I have this person already locked in. Now that the client has called and says, I want to change my date, sure, you can start a new contract with us, but I'm contracted for June 2nd. And so that's the date that you have locked in for me. You can cancel that date, but you have to put a new deposit down and a new contract for a new date. And some businesses have that, and some just have a policy where you can change the date within certain parameters. So those are the options. And again, this is not legal advice, but I stopped it right as Judge Judy was about to say something that I disagree with, but we'll hear her out.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous.
Listen.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened was you had paid through PayPal?
Yes, correct.
And you contacted them and disputed the charge?
Correct. I disputed
And
the bank
PayPal
order.
looked at this contract, just as I looked at this contract, and said, there's no non-refundable policy in there.
Judge Judy. Third time.
Judge Judy.
Deposits are default non-refundable. I hope you're not about to rule against the plaintiff here. Deposits by default, if the contract is silent, then deposits are non-refundable. Oh my gosh, I hope she's not about to rule against.
The only thing that you put in the contract is, because it's so far away, more than a year away, if you have to cancel before a certain date, you can get her another makeup artist. If for some reason you're not available. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You didn't turn down another appointment for that date.
Actually, I did turn down a lot of appointments
Just a
for
second.
that date.
Well, prove it.
Thank you.
First of all, your contract doesn't say
in the
that you can
invoice
keep
she sent.
No,
In the invoice
the
that I sent to
contract.
her. Correct.
The contract that
Correct.
was signed
Correct.
doesn't say anything about no refund.
Correct. However, in the invoice that she paid, which is also another contract, it states that the
No.
deposit is
Let
non-refundable or
me,
transferable.
don't tell me what it says. Show
not.
it to me.
Sure.
What you are relying on.
I also have
Just
the.
shh. She's not going to be successful.
How is she not going to be successful? I don't understand.
States
Successful.
right here.
Why is she not going to be
How's that
successful?
non-refundable
Show
or
me
transferable?
the invoice. Okay. I don't even have to look at it. Listen to me carefully. This is not a contract. This is a contract.
But
This is signed by the two of you. You prepared the contract.
Correct. Yeah, that is correct.
She signed it. You show me her signature here, anywhere.
Well, her payment to the contract.
No.
her payment to the invoice is actually
Listen
due
to me
something-
carefully.
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
You prepared the contract. Let me give you a brief primer as to what the law is.
Sure.
The person who prepares the contract, if there is a dispute, since
You prepared it,
actually
you are the-
created
yep,
contract,
exactly.
the courts look at that contract most favorably to the other side.
Correct.
Because you prepared the contract. Your contract doesn't say non-refundable. Period.
I have a
But
question.
if you can demonstrate to me with names, phone numbers, addresses, contracts that you gave up on that date, I may be sympathetic with you because even though it was not written, she did not give you adequate notice and you actually had an out-of-pocket loss.
I have a question.
But I guarantee you cannot prove to me today that
Not
you had
today,
an
'cause you didn't ask me.
out-of-pocket loss. I said, I guarantee you cannot prove an out-of-pocket loss for a period of time, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, 10 months away. I guarantee it. If you're a good makeup artist, in 10 months you can find
great
somebody
makeup
else to do a June wedding.
Correct.
Okay. She gets her money back. 931.65.
It's
She's
deposits
got it
are
back.
non-refundable.
You have it?
Yes.
You don't get it. Because it was taken out of your PayPal.
Well, that doesn't make sense to me, only because the invoice that was paid, it was an understanding through her because it
Just a
states
second.
that.
Don't tell me what she understood.
She
You're
paid it.
trying to ask me to view the operation of her mind. I don't have
No,
to do that.
you're-
you have a
you're-
contract. It's a written contract. It sets the terms of this agreement.
Okay.
Nowhere in the agreement does it say the contract has a non-refundable deposit on the day that it's paid.
I don't understand. I really don't understand. Please, I hope this video gets some traction because I'm trying to get some lawyers. I maybe even send these out to a couple lawyers and ask the question because it's my understanding when it's silent, and even Judge Milian has stated this over and over and over again. When a contract is silent about a deposit, by default, it's non-refundable. Period. I don't know where the hell this other coming from. This is annoying as hell. By default, a deposit is non-refundable unless it's stated in there.
What the hell?
She paid you and then got an invoice. You lose. You don't get the money back. Redo your contract. Put in your contract that somebody signs that this is a non-refundable deposit for this particular day. And if at any time you cancel, you lose your deposit.
That's what's said in the contract part of the invoice.
No, it
This
doesn't.
is not
It
a
says
contract.
It says contract.
This-
It says policies
I
on
don't
the
care
invoice.
what it says,
It
your
says policies
policy.
on
I
the
don't
invoice.
care if it says that this is your religion. I don't care if it says that this is what your mother taught you or your father taught you. This is your contract. This is not.
Okay.
Good.
That's a receipt?
Good. You don't get your money. Bye.
Obviously,
Obviously.
I don't agree with that at all. Like, not at all, 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 at all. Because, again, I'm not a lawyer, never went to law school, never sat down in that room for 12 hours to take the bar exam. So I can only speak from experience. And in
all
of my dealings on this earth, whenever a deposit is made, the only time it is refundable is when it states that is refundable. That is the only time that it states it is refundable. Now, sure, Judge Judy could have said that you paid a deposit and then you paid additional monies. Those additional monies are not deposits, but a deposit is a deposit and it's non-refundable unless it states, if it would have stated refundable deposit, then yes, you would have lost. I don't agree with her decision at all.